gangs. What does that word bring to mind? Bloods and Crips in Los Angeles and New York? Or maybe some music you've heard or movie you've seen. The point is, whenever most people think of gangs, they think of faraway places. But the truth is, gangs are right here in our own backyard. Become more and more prevalent in South Carolina. And being as the number of gangs are on the rise, it's more important than ever to be able to recognize gangs. Not only to help protect our families, but also to aid law enforcement in their fight against gang activity. I've compiled a bit of data from various sources, such as Department of Public Safety, University of South Carolina, and an expert with 5 decades of experience in law enforcement. With their help, I'd like to show you not only the location and rise of gang activity, but also how to recognize gangs in your neighborhood. Most people today just don't realize how prevalent gangs are in South Carolina. But the fact is, USC did a study by the Department of Criminal Justice and found that between the years of 1998 and 2007, gang violence increased 920%. For those of you that are not too good with numbers, I have a graph here. It shows the increase in gang incidents. It's almost exponential. That's a scary thought. USC was also able to locate the origin of most gang activity, which is in most of our urban areas. Areas such as Spartanburg, Orangeburg, Charleston, Richland, Horry, and yes, Florence County. The most common gangs in South Carolina are Folk, D25, the Bloods, and the Crips. Now that you realize just how prevalent gangs are, you might be asking yourself, well, how would I recognize a gang member? Robert Walster, an expert in his field, he's got 5 decades of law enforcement experience and is used as an expert witness in court trials against various gang members in South Carolina and other states, has found a couple of gang identifiers. First is the clothing. Hip-hop fashion is more like a uniform by most gang members. Most gang members can be seen such as baggy pants, straight-billed hats turned sideways, various colors to identify their gang, and even sports. Mr. Walker also identified another thing, symbols. Symbols are very important to a gang, and they use them in many different ways. They use them to tag their bodies with tattoos. They also use them as graffiti to tag their territory. A couple of examples of various gangs. These crudely grown pitchforks. Orientations have different meanings for all of these symbols. There's 5 and 6-pointed stars, rabbit heads, even crowns. Widely used by gang members as hand signs. Hand signs such as the Spanish Cobra, the Imperial Gangster, 4-corner Hustlers, and various others. The third way to recognize a gang member, and probably the saddest way, is by age. The Department of Public Safety found that 83% of all gang members are between the ages of 11 and 24, with the widest majority of those being between the ages of 11 and 16. All the more reason to be able to recognize gangs in your neighborhood. Gangs are a very real threat in South Carolina. We need to realize how fast gang violence is growing in our urban areas and how to recognize these gangs as they spring up. So next time you're out and about, take a look around your neighborhood. Do you notice new graffiti with stars, pitchforks, crowns? Do you happen to notice that the same neighborhood kids are always wearing the same color? Or maybe even the same sports team? Now you know that these could be telltale signs of gang activity in your neighborhood.